My G, should a man moan in a manly way during sex, and how important is dirty talking? Yo, what is up, AD team? Austin Dunn. I'm back again with another video. Today we're going to be doing a group Q&A here with some of the Redpill Avengers. What's up, man?
Feel like fearless?
Already know.
MJ, let's get it.
Let's get it. We're going to answer some juicy questions from our Instagram, so definitely follow us on Instagram. And also, this is just one part of the Q&A. We'll post a link to all the other parts of the Q&A so that you can check it out. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first question, getting back with an ex. Off bat, I've learned never to do that. The only way I probably would is if I ended it, and actually I would never actually get back with an ex, like in a relationship, but I would go back and, you know, some slag with an ex, like if the opportunity came up, but I would never catch feelings with the ex and get back in a relationship. And it really depends on how it ends. Personally, I've never been broken up with. What do you think, man?
I think it's two parts. So my mentality is, if you love the girl, you had a lot of feelings for her, don't let her back. Because if you let her back in any way, even if it's just a smash, you're going to want to continue what you have because you still have feelings for her. And those feelings are gonna foster again. You're gonna wanna go back and live in la la land like you were before. And the second part is, if you didn't really care for her, if you were just a girl you were smashing, you can bring her back, but now you punish her for her bad behavior for leaving. So she can come back on the team, but she gets the end of the spot. Like, you gotta now prove to me why I should be talking to you again. But if it's a girl who you have feelings for, absolutely not.
All right, y'all, so this is like a tricky one because a lot of guys actually ask this. My point is, it's an ex for a reason. Like, you need to cut them out of your life. They ain't no going back, ain't none of that stuff. But like Austin said, like if you break up with the chick, it's up to you to want to bring her back. Like, if you want to keep her as just smashing material, you cannot catch feelings. I don't suggest it because most of guys, you say that you can, but in the moment, you catch feelings. So that's a risk that you don't want to take, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Leave it at the ex, man.
But have y'all ever had a relationship just end? It never just ends. It's always like, they always come back.
Right.
Always, in my experience at least.
If you were the one in the dominant position.
Yeah. So, chill. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, this is a funny one. My G, should a man moan in a manly way during sex, and how important is dirty talking? I'm gonna keep it real. Naturally, I'm not like a big moaner. Like, I'm more like a heavy breather, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like, I know some girls like moaning, and I've seen on TikTok like, oh, moan in my ear, do all this and that. And I feel like if you present it in a masculine way, like, nothing's wrong with moaning.
Yeah.
I don't think it's feminine to moan, but like, don't be overboard and exaggerating with it. But I'm like, it depends on the person, man. What's the other part? Oh, dirty talking? I'm worried about dirty. I like dirty talking to me, but when I do it too much, I don't know, it just feels cliche almost. I don't know why, it just does. But I know girls like that. Like, I've been in situations where the girl has told me to dirty talk to her. And I was like, fuck, I don't know. I'm more of an action type of guy. Like, you know, I dirty talk with my hands and my actions, if that makes sense. But I know you dirty talk.
Right, so 100%. I think this is a good part of like heightening the moment and letting the girl use her imagination. Like, let her emotions run wild. Like, a lot of girls, they relate to your voice, and like you giving her that tone while you digging her in the front or the back, and you just pull her hair back and you tell her some words. Man, she's losing her mind. Like, that's some things she can go back and remember. So, like you said, though, don't be overboard. Don't try to be too forceful with it. Let it come, right? And it's gonna be smooth.
Yeah, guys, so the moaning and stuff, as long as you ain't letting out no feminine yells and stuff, then you're good. Like, I think a nice, like, heavy breathing, like a grunt that you're actually enjoying it, but it gotta be low in her ear, guys. It's all about, you gotta hit them mentally, right? Before you actually insert your thing in there, you gotta actually be stroking them mentally. So that's what it all is. The action is actually like, the sexual talk you performed with her before. That's all foreplay to me. That's all foreplay to me. So when I'm talking to a girl sexually, I'm just getting in her head. I'm letting her fantasize about what it is like when I do go up in there. The actions, like it all comes together.
Yeah.
So it all comes together in one, nice interaction. That's how I like to do it. Like I really do. So I am in her ear. I'm making sure I'm in her mental. I'm stroking that, and then I'm physically in there too, right? And the dirty talk is all the way up in and through there. So
yeah, like the dirty talk doesn't have to be just during sex, like you said. Like sexting, maybe you haven't had sex with her yet, and y'all already dirty talking through text. Like, of course I do that, and I feel like that is important because that does get them like visualizing about what's gonna happen, stuff like that. So, all right, any challenges that help build charisma, not just with women but socially? So building charisma with women, it goes hand in hand. That's why I feel like guys should have a social life where they got guy friends too, so you just know how to talk to people. And then also you should know how to talk to women. It's kind of the same but different. And I found that just having a social life and hanging out with friends, that also did help me with women and vice versa. Obviously, it's just a different dynamic, and putting myself in uncomfortable situations. Like for me, for example, I've traveled a lot. I met with random people in groups before, so I was kind of forced to increase my charisma and social skills. But honestly, just dating more women, that's how I got really good with conversations and being able to hold one. And over time, that just improved my charisma. I think action just more important than anything and getting in the field.
All right, for me, I think it's getting rid of your fear of rejection. Like once you stop caring what this girl thinks or why she told you no, you're gonna naturally flow in conversations with girls. Like I'm outcome independent. Like I don't care if this girl tells me yes or no. So I'm gonna go up to her, talk to her, and if it goes my way, it goes my way. If it doesn't, I move on. That to me is the smoothest and most natural way to have charisma. Instead of trying to force it or memorize lines or try to act like somebody you're not, just stop caring about rejection.
But he asked like outside of women, just like having charisma with all men and women.
So for me, dealing with more people, right? So like when I used to approach a lot of girls, I got good at talking to just guys also. So it's not related to women, but me dealing with women allowed me to be more open in approaching people. So I would go up and talk to girls, but I realized, wow, I got more comfortable with just having conversations with people at the gym, people I meet at the grocery store. So just that alone led me to that. So just interacting with people and not caring what people think. Stop being in your own head.
Yeah, so like I think first off, even regardless of whether it's women or people, you got to look at it as practice. If you're struggling with it and you're struggling with holding conversation, being charismatic, you're probably putting too much pressure on it. So number one is just practice. And the way I learned was like in college was probably the biggest jump for me, was just conversation with people, not just females. You got to get more social. Like you have to put yourself out there. You got to get uncomfortable. I went to all kinds of events, parties, just situations I put myself in to force myself to have to come up with things on the fly. And that kind of practice, guys, that's going to help you out regardless whether it's with women, other people, meeting new people, just socially getting you experience. So you got to put yourself out there. Can't be scared.
What helped me too was in college, I took a few public speaking classes. So I was forced to like go up and talk to a huge group of people.
Yes,
and obviously that was scary at first, but over time it's helped me with YouTube, like creating YouTube videos and presenting myself on camera, and just speaking to people in general.
Right.
So, all right, next question. How do I get my social media status up? All right, so for me, getting social media status up, it comes down, like if there's a blueprint to it, it comes down to either looking good and taking good pictures and consistently posting those pictures, or having a skill or talent to where you build a tribe around it and you're just inspirational, where you give like advice and tips consistently over time. So that's more of the niche approach, but there's so many avenues you can do. You can be like more in entertainment, making skits on TikTok. Anybody can do that. Like if you have humor, I feel like TikTok's the easiest way to build status. And I've seen people who had zero Instagram status, but they started a TikTok and now they got Instagram status just from the TikTok. So there's many ways and routes to go about it, but it all comes down to consistency and having something that you're passionate about and that you can share with other people.
I think you should put out content. So like, for instance, this dude, Kaveh Lane, the dude who blew up on TikTok over the last year without saying a word, just doing the little hand movement, right? It just put out stuff that you think might stick, and over time you're gonna find what aligns best with your personality. So for me, it was talking and giving guys advice, but for you, it might be something else. You might be a chess player, and you might teach people how to play chess, or you might not even talk. You just play chess games, and whatever it is that can be entertaining, you never know what's gonna catch people's eyes. Just put it out there, and over time you'll see.
There's a niche for everything.
Right.
Like if you're into making weird Kool-Aid flavors, like there's gonna be a group of people that are into that.
I think guys is just, I mean, exactly what they said, but like, even if you're talking about just in your network area, you have to put yourself out there. Too many people are saying, how do I build this social status? But master your community first. You know what I'm saying? And then you can translate what you learn from that, the experience you gain from there, to a social media avenue. So then you're passionate about something, hey, like put it out there. Just put it out there, have confidence in it, stay consistent, do that. Like Instagram, you're gonna have to actually take some professional pictures. You're gonna have to step your game up in every avenue that you put yourself out there, because that's what they're seeing. So do that and people will follow you.
And don't compare too much. Like a lot of people ask me when they're first starting out their YouTube or TikTok, IG, they want the perfect camera, the perfect setup, the perfect angle, the perfect lighting. Nobody starts out perfect. Like even, I'm sure, like if you look at your first YouTube videos, were they how they are now?
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
There's definitely was.
Yeah,
like you just improved like over the past year.
Yeah.
So like even myself, I'm still evolving too. So don't be like so caught up in the perfect idea. Just start, just put it out there, and then it'll naturally evolve. All right, what's the best pickup line a girl has used on you? Ah, man, this is hard because on Tinder, girls be cringy sometimes. I've read some like yeah, I read some weird pickup lines or some interesting ones. So I can't like pinpoint something. Just know that, as MJ said, girls have no game.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, like even in person is worse.
They're not creative at all, so it's
Yeah.
I think that the best time that a girl is like, every time it's been a girl that's like, because I like to let them come. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, when you get to that point where you can just let them come to you and they're actually hitting you with some lines to get you, they just need to stroke your ego. All the women really, if Chicks is watching this, just stroke his ego. Tell him he look good and tell him that, you want him. That's that simple. Like, I think sometimes girls try too hard. It's so easy for them. Mm-hmm. If they stroke a guy's ego, it's done.
What's y'all take on pickup lines though? Like using on a girl?
Using them on girls?
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, for me, pickup lines is easiest way to be put in. Oh yeah, or he's going to entertain me. Not
right.
For me, masculine always wins, bro. Be masculine. Let that seductive masculine energy ooze, and keep the pickup lines for the clowns who want to. Put on a show for her.
But there's corny pickup lines, and then there's like masculine pickup lines too. Like a pickup line is like any canned phrase.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be like a corny canned phrase.
It's just guys go over.
Yeah, that's true.
And when it gets to the point where you're trying too hard, that's where you gotta stop.
For example, do you have a go-to?
No,
that's technically your pickup line.
I just keep it simple.
I think I'm just on the fly. I'm on command. Like.
Yeah, I'm situational.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, situational.
Yes, sir.
So learn how to be more witty, be more situational, and those are the best openers. All right, guys, that was my part of the Q&A. We're gonna continue on with it, and the link's down below, so don't forget to check it out. Subscribe, like the video. We're gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.